All right, welcome to this artist spotlight featuring artist A Billy Free, DJ Uncle L, and Rubreak.
Hello,
Hello,
greetings.
hello. What up?
So we know, first and foremost, I want to talk about the event that you're in town for. And we know that you've been working together for a long time now. And so this almost is probably serving as a little bit of a reunion. But yeah, please, I don't know who wants to start, but please just let the people know what's going on with this event and what's been going on with your work and your art this year. What brings you to this point?
Elle, I feel like you're very good about the history of Black magic, so I'm gonna let you take this one, and then I can add on about what we're up to after the show description.
Well, first off, in regards to the event, I just want to give an extra special shout out to Elastic Arts Foundation. Definitely an early supporter of our projects and what we've been doing. Since like day one, because
Indeed.
it was one of our first shows together was at Elastic.
Shout out Sam Lewis.
2018,
2018.
Sam Lewis, Jonathan Woods, particularly, Adam Zanolini,
Paige Brown.
Paige, holding us down. So it's like a special return to that space. And the project, I mean,
Well, so tell us a little bit. Anything special about your set tonight? Like what can we expect to see on stage?
well, for the first time, I mean, we're incorporating some movement and some dance, courtesy of this fella right here, Rubreak.
Yo.
If you want to introduce yourself.
Okay, yes. For me, I feel really grateful for staying here in this specific moment of the life and support this meet again, for present to the people, maybe the same show, but with different energy, because I come here for dance, for give and share energy with the public. For me, it's really important that I am dancer and I don't speak with my word, but I speak with my body,
Right.
And where are you from?
I am from Chile.
Okay.
All
great.
right. Well, welcome.
Yes.
So that's exciting, and I've been in the Elastic Art space once before, and I really love the very interesting like sound setup that they have in there. There's like, for anyone who hasn't been there, in the Chicago area, there's like speakers all across the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely like looking forward to that. It's a very unusual and different and special and unique sound setup.
Right.
They're a very innovative space.
Yeah, that's the speaker system you're talking about. It's called the CLEAT sound system, which is an acronym. I forget what it stands for, but CLEAT. And it's, I believe, the only one in the Midwest.
Okay.
And it allows for an artist to be able to send signals individually to each speaker. And,
Wow.
And in routing that, you can kind of move the sound around the room. And, it's a totally different experience from your usual performance space. We won't be incorporating that into tonight's show because those are it's like very specific events that happen there with artists that train on the system and, they get really good at it. And then they have showcases particularly dedicated to that sound system, which I've been to some of the workshops showing how to use it, but I'm very early in that process, learning,
No doubt. And just lastly about the show, what other artists are performing on tonight's event?
Oh yes, there's a vocalist by the name of Sinite, hailing from Uptown, Chicago.
Uptown.
Hey.
Amazing artist. Also, Fest Grandiose, producer, DJ, sometimes MC. I mean, that's when I met Fest, he was MCing. He hasn't been in that arena in a long time, but he's definitely doing things in the modular community with production, and so that's gonna be a very interesting performance. And then also he's like founder of Open Beats, which we do monthly at Dorian's through the record shop, which I co-host and DJ at as well. So, you know, he was actually a late addition to the lineup, and just we're lucky to have him. You know what I mean?
I think it's also important to note this show is featuring us, but it's also a sort of celebration of the Dark Matter residents that operate out of Elastic Art. So I believe that sort of a few times a year they accept emerging artists from the Chicago community to come and have a space to explore and to experiment. And so Tonight is one of those residents. And also it's sort of connected to the Afrofuturist series and weekend that the Elastic Arts hosts as well. So it's kind of like a convergence of a whole bunch of like super dope artists and like super dope like residencies and programs that are occurring here in the Chicago area.
Yeah, and this is the last Dark Matter Residency show of the year. So yeah, we're kind of closing it out.
Nice. So I do remember hearing your music and seeing you before, back when you were still at the Ace Hotel before that closed.
Oh yeah.
I was at that event. Me and Gina were at that event, and you know, Elle just hit us up and was like, "Oh, you know, I got an event tonight. Come through." And we had just got back from a vacation, I think.
That was 2021.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
That was a while ago. Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
the last time.
And that was, I believe, that
performed.
was my birthday.
It was your birthday
It was your
weekend.
birthday.
We were there to celebrate you. And
So-
that.
Big Leo energy.
No
Big
doubt.
Leo
doubt.
energy.
I bring it up because I'm wondering what's been happening with your music since then. What brings you to this point? That was a great show. I remember you had the other gentleman who was on the trumpet,
Yeah, Sam Thousand.
Sam
Shout out to him.
Thousand. So yeah, it just was a night. The weather was beautiful. They had
Yeah.
like the outdoor ledge.
Oh
like
man, it was such
you couldn't
an
ask for a
amazing
better
space.
night.
Such an amazing space.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so now the project that you're working with now that you're going to be performing, I mean, was that something new you've recorded since then, since 2021?
No, actually, so that show, I think we had just released the record. Our last project, the Black Magic Symbol. And at that point, we had decided not to address ourselves as a group, Black Magic, but
'Cause
just
of Spotify
A Billy
was so
Free and
terrible.
Uncle L, because that way we kind of culminate our two paths as solo artists and individuals and what we're doing, and kind of drive that traffic to each other's, you know, art, and then it's true collaboration versus trying to market a new name, a new group, you know. But
I think it's part of the learning process. So Black Magic actually had transferred from the group name to sort of like something that ties together all of our releases,
Exactly.
right? So the first release was Conjure, Black Magic as the group name, and the Conjure as the title. And then the next project was A Billy Free and DJ Uncle L, Black Magic Symbol, right? So it's interesting in the process of an artist, right? You think about Prince, you think about artists who have changed their names and trying to navigate that, right? Because we're in a different space than we were in 2017 when we were creating the first project. And yes, it's just an interesting thing about our group and about our collaboration that is like spanning years now.
and then it's
Many
like
years.
it's like we can't fight it, like because people insist on saying, well, this is Black Magic.
It's a really compelling name.
Yeah.
Well, so, and that was going to actually be my next question. I don't know, Billy, if you can answer this for me. What does the Black Magic concept mean to you? Like, you know, the origins of it, or just what does it stand for now, after all these years of working with it?
I think for me, what it means is very present in the first album. Like, we are really tapping into an energy, you know, we're
No
tapping into the energy of magic, we're tapping into the energy of the universe, into the energy of the multiverse, into the energy of like Black Matter, right? Which is why the collaboration with Elastic Arts and the Dark Matter Residency makes so much sense, you know? Also, I think for me, like my meditations on what it is to be Black, what it is to be a part of the Black culture, all of these things sort of like are encompassed in this this name, Black Magic. And also it's a testament to our collaboration. You know, we met over, 15 years ago? Maybe almost 20
Maybe
years
like
ago?
almost 20.
Yeah, almost 20
Yeah.
years ago. So, and the nature of our collaboration, we don't live in the same state anymore. We don't live in the same city anymore. It is very, I wouldn't say it's easy, but there's a flow, you know? If we don't make anything for 2-3 years, it's okay, right? We're always thinking about our collaboration and where to take it next. And it is very magic how it happens, right? Because some people, they're like, oh, this didn't do as good as we thought it did. Okay, we're not gonna work together anymore, or something else takes priority, you know. And I'm very big on collaboration, and I have like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 artists that I collaborate with, and I feel like L is the longest collaboration, and for me, that's magic in a world that moves so quickly, right? And
Wow.
it's like you're trying to get to the next like stage, right? And when you get to the next stage, you have to leave your people, right? And this is not what's happened with L or with any of my other collaborators, and which is surprising to me, and for me is magic, and that's all in there. It's all in that name.
No
Yeah,
doubt, no
it's
doubt.
like the magic is in the effortlessness of it. Effortlessness? You know, like it's like what the RZA say on the Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? We form like Voltron, but it's just 2 of us.
Yeah.
So, and you did mention, you know, some of your other collaborators and things, but I wanted to ask you, what else is going on with your music right now? You know, like how does this Black Magic project fit into the larger scheme of what else you got going on?
So I think I believe it was 2022, I released an released an album on Mellow Music Group with another one of my good collaborators, The Lasso. And so I've been working on that, and you know, we've been doing festivals, and now we're working on a new project. Also, Elle's been sending me beats, been sitting down with those. Mostly, I also do a lot of community work, which is
Nice.
connected to music. So I live in New Mexico now, and I'm a director of a program called the Learning Action Beat Buffet. And we take 15 to 25-year-olds, and we just introduce them to the art of beat making,
Nice.
teach them about hip hop, teach them about entrepreneurship, prepare them for beat performances, and just really hone in on how beats are, the origin of beats is our heartbeat, right? And that can lead to sort of personal and communal healing. So that's sort of the other side, right? There's the artistic side, and then like the organizational and administrative side, which is all connected to art. Which is for me, like, again, a really magic thing, because for me, artistry was always like a hobby, you know, and now it's become a livelihood, it's become a career, which, you know, I'm super grateful.
Wow.
No
It's
doubt.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. With the collaboration too, this is how it's always been. It's like I send batches of beats, you know, and then she does her thing with them. You know, like when I get songs back, there's pretty much no edits. Like it's like, yo, this is fire. Done. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's just how we do it, especially like, you know, having to collab over the internet and, you know, remotely, you know, there's a lot of phone conversations. It's catching up with an old friend, you know.
Word.
That's all it is.
Like picking up where you left off.
Yeah.
So in some
Yeah.
regards, like the music
Yeah.
sort of embodies the friendship.
Right.
Exactly.
It's the evidence of the bond, if you will.
Yes, I can feel that. It's really nice for me hear that, because the magic is true in this
Wow.
specific moment, you know. Yes, and also it's a big possibility because I'm from Chile. I work with big team in Chile. It's called Soul Quinta, and I can promote the hip hop artists, the Black culture from here to Chile, because the people in Chile only know the super famous artists, but this artist in some moment is not good people, you know. It's only artists. So in this moment I can share with the artists and good people. So
Yeah.
this combination, the people need know more about these people, about people with this magic combination, you know. And the people in Chile in hip hop try entry to the black culture, you know more about that. So I feel like an ambassador in this moment for
Yeah.
learn about this process, learn more about how it's possible carry with magic and take that for share in every country in the world.
Yeah.
Because hip hop have done boundaries or limits, you know.
Right.
That's right. That's
and
right.
how did you two link?
So I work for an organization called Next Level. It's funded by the U.S. Department of State and has a collaboration with the University of North Carolina, and it's a cross-cultural arts diplomacy program for hip-hop artists in the United States. So every year we take 4 hip-hop artists from different states who are also educators and teachers in the hip-hop arts, and we send 5 groups of 4 to different countries. And so for me, I started out as a Next Level artist. I taught MC workshops in Mongolia, and then they had me come on as a site manager. So I've been to Poland, I've been to Romania on these 2-week residencies, and the last one, which was maybe like 2 months ago, was in Chile.
Oh, wow.
And usually the organization links in with local partners who have a hip hop organization. And when I went to Chile, for me, this was the best residency because of the work that Ruben and his team does in Chile, all throughout the country with South Quinta. And so for me, the synergy there was super great. And then he got invited by Next Level to come to the United States and do some professional development. So I think he just turned it into a trip.
More magic, you know. More
Yeah.
More magic.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
And we worked together so well. We created a 2-week residency, super ambitious, with over 70 local Chileans, hip hop artists, and 4 United States hip hop artists to do like a huge show, a bunch of workshops in the community, a bunch of like skill building workshops. And when he came, we were like, okay, well, let's do something, you know? And now we're here.
Yes,
Wow.
now we're here, in magic form, and for me it's really amazing the life in hip hop, in the artist things, because I don't know, all my life I try to live the life with the artist things, but the people say, Billi say that, you know, it's like a hobby, but no, for me it's my life. I live all my life in the same form, you know. I know hip hop when I was super young, you know.
Yeah.
And in this moment I choose for my life, live the life in this way, you know. And hip hop protect me and
doubt.
give me a lot of opportunities. For example,
Yeah.
staying here,
Yeah.
super magical form, and I share good message. I think so. Maybe the universe, the multiverse, put me in here now for that. I speak a lot with Billi and the team when they go to Chile. We have superpowers. Everyone in the world
Wow.
have superpowers.
That's
But the
right.
people don't know that.
Yeah.
So the people need know what or which superpower he or she have,
Yeah.
and how use that for make dreams true.
Yeah.
So this is my I don't know, my goal in the life.
Yeah.
So the magic thing happened,
Yeah.
and I'm here.
And you traveled in just for this event?
No, I travel for Next Level Global, and
Okay.
then-
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
yes.
So
That's-
I wasn't sure if that was another
to
time.
here
I
to here
apologize.
only for this event, for
Right.
for share with
like to
these
Chicago.
magic people, you know. And I travel a lot with hip hop. Really, I
Yeah.
go to Japan in one moment.
Wow.
In effect, I try show to other people it's possible. Live the life when you work smart. Is the phrase of Billi, intelligent
Yeah.
form, not harder, and you can do everything. You know, I am teacher. I am physical education teacher. I study a lot. I know in one moment of my life, oh, I have superpower, and my superpower is speak. I learned speaking English a little bit now, but I speak a lot in Spanish, and also I can understand different things about the life. So it's not only for me; it's for the world, you know.
Yeah.
Because the world is possible be better every day.
Yeah.
And we need do something for that, because the multiverse pay in different form when you work in this purpose side of the life, you know.
Yeah.
And yes, it's true. The people need know everything is possible. You can make your dream true.
Yeah.
You know, if you continues in the flow. I like these people, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, 20 years ago, maybe know who is the other, and then the years go or pass, and the things happen in same form. You know, it's like oh, yesterday I see, you know. You know, it's like I know this guy. I know you. You know, he's super friendly vibes. You know.
And then the next time it's like you're no longer a stranger, we're friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
I think that's the beautiful thing about hip hop and just being a part of it. We're all here because of it.
Facts.
We're all here. I feel so blessed.
No doubt, no doubt.
We met. Like, that was pretty random, kind of. Like, mutual friends.
Yeah, mutual friends. We were both, like, I was just starting out in the Chicago scene. I was singing with a band called the Bee's Knees, which was like a EDM, like hip hop fusion situation. And we were trying to get shows, you know, it's just like the regular hustle, trying to get shows. And L's name popped up a couple of times because did you know Scott first, or did you? I feel like you knew Scott.
I knew Scott a little bit.
But no, it was also the Butterfly Social, no? Was that the
it
first
was in
one?
Buddha. It was actually in the main
That's
Buddha
right,
Lounge.
that's right.
I'll take it to
Yeah, you do it because I don't be remembering.
Itch 13 or Just the Just. You guys met him out in New York. He had a performance series at Funky Buddha Lounge, R.I.P. Funky Buddha.
Oh, man.
Back like 06, 07 ish.
Probably.
Like they had he and Mr. Akil Charlton, another
AC,
dope artist. AQ.
Also a Next Level
Yeah,
alumni.
he just joined Next Level last year.
Mm-hmm. He went to the Philippines this year.
This year, early this year. So they had a series at Buddha Lounge called Superheroes of Sound, and Itch hit me up and he's like, "Yo, you wanna play at Superheroes of Sound?" And I was like, "Sure, I'm down." And I was rapping at the time more than anything. Like I've always been a rapper, DJ, producer, but you know, it's like when sometimes like one element takes over, you know what I mean, in my life, and I just move with it. And so I'm like, yeah, show, cool, let's do it. Who else is on the bill? And he's like, so and so, and Billy D and the Bee's Knees. And I was like, the Bee's Knees, who is that? Like, what? Like, I had never heard the name. And he's like, yo, you don't know the Bee's Knees? And I'm like, I guess I should know the Bee's Knees.
Yeah.
Because they're the Bee's Knees. So, like, you know, fast forward, we do the show. They were dope. It was a great night. And then it turned out, like, yeah, through Scott Holt's house, there was just, like, a group of mutual friends that we both hung out with. And
yeah, like really heavily involved in the beat scene.
yeah, and so we would run into each other at, like, random, like, you know, somebody's having like a barbecue or something, and it's like, oh, you're here,
yeah.
you know. So then we just like kept in touch because I don't know how
What was
long.
that, Sonatech? Probably the last Bee's Knees show that we did.
Yeah,
with
probably. Oh yeah, because I booked you.
Yeah, you did book us.
Were you already like
2000? It
you
had to
changed
be
it to-
2007.
You changed it to Laserhawks or
No, they changed when I left the band. They changed it to Laserhawks. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you know, we just always like kept this working relationship, and then
Big ups to the internet and
Billy
social
moved
media.
away.
I did.
And
Moved away, had some kids.
but yeah, we just like kept up with each other. And I think it was like 2015. You were coming out here, or, yeah, coming out here looking for shows, and I was like, oh, I got a spot, and put her on with Stepchild played that show
Yeah.
at North Bar, another venue that is no longer there. Seems to be a thing, and a running theme in Chicago.
Dope venues too.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
dope venues.
Like it's not like that.
Morseland was the one we were just talking
I
about a
remember
long time
Morseland.
ago.
Mhm.
My heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that time, you know, I was like, I got beats, you know, like you wanna
Let's
collab, and it was gonna be like 1 or 2 songs.
Mhm.
And I wound up sending like 5,
Yeah.
and got completed songs right back, like within a month or 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is dope. Let's do some more. And that's how it went. It just happened.
Just kept going. Sometimes it takes me a long time, right? Because we didn't release that until 2018. So there was a period where it was just kind of like dead air. Nothing was happening. I probably wasn't in the right headspace. But then I give time to the art. You know, I put it in the schedule to do. And L's beats were there and I was feeling them. And so I was like, you know, once the writing process begins, it's very easy. But for me as an artist to get to the place, to the headspace where I can write takes a long time. You know, I think Sade said something like sometimes it's super easy to write and so you feel like you're channeling and sometimes you feel like you're wrestling a lion, you know. So for me, that's part of the songwriting process. But yeah, that's just kind of how it's been. You just sent me a huge batch, actually.
Yeah, and I keep adding to it. Because, like, I've always been, like, kind of halfway looking for collaborators where we can do, like, projects, like, full on. I'm gonna produce the whole thing, and they're going to be do all the writing and vocals. But, like, halfway, like, kind of like, oh, if that comes along. And when we started working, I was like, yeah, this is it. Like I stopped looking for other people to work with because I'll send her everything. Like, it's open to you, you know. Then if, like, you know, there's beats that she winds up not, you know, using, then they'll go somewhere else. But yeah, at the time we finished the first project, Conjure, which was CNJR, and people were like hella confused, like, what is this something junior?
Where's the vowels?
Like, what does it
Ain't no
stand
vowels.
for? It's like, nah, it's not an acronym, son. But then we were trying to we're like, oh, how are we gonna put this out? Kind of shopped it around. Shopped it around a little bit. I really wanted I was interested in, like, international anthem, which I would still be interested in to this day.
Nice.
Speaking it.
Yeah, right. But we wound up working with Machine Wash, which is a group of old friends like I've known since college. And, you know, that went well. Like, we sold all the physical copies and did a few shows. And
Nice.
then when we kind of took a little pause and then started working on the next project, which was Black Magic Symbol, and decided
That was all independent for
yeah,
us.
I don't even know how we came to this decision, but you know, we did all of the, like, from the art is my
Shout out
partner
Naima.
Naima Thomas,
Yeah.
amazing artist,
Yeah.
you know, life partner, everything, and you know, she does all the graphic design and layouts, and you know, we get a lot of compliments on just the visual aspect
Yeah,
of it.
so good.
She did the new stickers.
Yes. New stickers, T-shirts, you know,
Pins.
pins. We got everything, all kind of merch.
It's glow in the dark too.
And that's the other thing too, as the visual part, the visual art has also evolved with the music. So our original logo, if you follow it, you know, it's hard to do with the mic in my hand, but
the
you know,
hands.
hands kind of together, offering this thing. There's something, a symbol in the middle, which initially, I don't even know if that's gonna.
The first one was like sand, right? Like earth.
Nah.
Or
The
space.
first one was like, yeah,
Space. It was space.
like the cosmos.
But it kind of looks like liquid, like almost like liquid space.
Yeah. So there was that, and then the second
Liquid
one,
space. I like that.
the second one we did, we did a
Liquid
remix
space
project
Contra
where
remixes,
I
yeah.
sent the acapellas to just a few close friends that are also dope producers, and so the art for that is like a slight variation on the first project's cover art, where in the hands, I think we added some like the nails on the hands have like gold, gold paint, and then the matter in the middle was just like red, black, and green. Like we just switch it up every time, and then the new with Black Magic Symbol is pretty much these hands, and even the hands, the detail on the hands has kind of
Continues to evolve.
yeah. So in the middle of the hands and Black Magic Symbol is fire. So we also want to play around with like the offering being elements.
Yep.
Maybe the next one will be water.
Yeah.
I also like that you mentioned like there's like that metaphor of it being an offering.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, obviously the hands are in that gesture, but in case someone doesn't, because someone could just say, oh, it's just the hand holding the flame.
Right.
Which is
Yeah.
different than the hand is like offering
Offering.
the flame, right?
Yeah.
So very cool. Like, yeah, I just like the fact that y'all are very like aware. You're very conscientious of the whole full-on artistic experience of it. It's the music, it's the visual representation. Now you're incorporating dance into the performance. It's nice, because I mean, most of us in this room can remember before this streaming phenomenon, right? So I think before it was obvious that it took a little creativity on all these moving parts, but I think in today's world, because the blueprint seems to be so obvious, you almost like volunteer yourself to be limited by that. You know what I mean? And because we're just like constantly like competing against this standard that we think we're watching every day on social media, right? So there's a lot of peer pressure. But anyhow, like it's just nice to see people, thinking and acting upon their own volition, right? Just sometimes it's good to just turn down the outside noise, and focus on what you got inside, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's super authentic, and I think what you're saying is true. Like sometimes we feel we are comfortable, right? Because there's already formulas available, and I think that we can use those formulas, but to continue to stay authentic and like take some of that pre-streaming drive and ambition and like transfer it to these templates that are already sort of cookie cutter and created for us, like creates a different experience for the audience. I feel like a lot of our audience are our age, if not older, so it's for them it's comfortable, it makes sense, it feels good.
Yeah, people still want tangible goods and something to hold and
Tactile
revere.
experience.
It's all art, I mean, the first album came with a print, like
Nice.
you
Yeah.
can frame it and hang it on the wall. I remember the vibe, like what you're saying, pre-streaming. You might go to Coconuts.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Grab some music and you take it home, you bust it out the cellophane and read all the credits, and you're looking at like whatever photos are in this little booklet and artwork and things. I mean, people put a lot into every project
Yeah.
for that reason,
Yeah.
to give you this feeling that it's more than just the music. It's something to like hold on to.
And you're just taking us. I mean, you're taking us back, but it's like you cracked it open, you put the disc in, and while you begin to listen to it, you're also going through this visual aid that comes with it. So you're physically a part of it while you're also physically hearing it, and it's just a nice experience.
It's a
that's why-
participatory experience.
No doubt.
That's
No
why
doubt.
the first project was a CD. The remix project was digital only, but then when we got to Black Magic Symbol, we decided we really wanted to do records. We really wanted vinyl. And then somewhere along the lines, we were just like, we can do this ourselves.
It's really cool, like the evolution as far as like the administrative business side for me personally to be able to like self-release an album, a record, a vinyl. For me, it's it's part of that black magic, you know.
It was important to me as a DJ, you know,
Right.
to have this tangible element. It was hella exciting. Getting test pressings, like put them on. I did video. I'm like, I got doubles of the test pressing going, and I'm like queuing them back, and like, yo, this that joint. The whole process was amazing, and big shout out to A Billy Free. Like, a lot of artists aren't willing to go in and you know, really say, all right, this is our thing. We are, you know, the whole process we are creating and you know, financing, handling, you know, administrative, you know, duties, making sure everything is just a streamlined process and on point.
Yeah, thanks for letting me experiment. And shout out to Sean Owens for
Sean Owens
the
for the
mastering
master.
on the vinyl and the digital. I just saw him a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah, same.
what up?
Okay, so yeah, actually on that note, maybe we can get a few more shout outs in before we wrap up. If any, you know, final thoughts.
You go first.
Oh boy. You know, as aforementioned, Naima Thomas, Naima Creates, always amazing with the art and, you know, loving my life. All that. DK, always hold us down, you know. Alex Jasso, Shantala, just the whole machine wash, the whole filthy analytics, like Sean Doe. Sean Doe is just like whatever you need. Like holla at the homie, Sean Doe. What else?
Elastic Arts crew, we already did
For
shout
sure.
them out.
Elastic.
Also want to shout out Natalie Figueroa.
Oh yeah, Natalie Figueroa.
who sort of organized the whole Ace Hotel gig for us. She's just, I love her energy.
Always killing it with the programming there, for
Always
sure.
killing it with the programming. She's a super big inspiration.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Shout out to you, Uncle L.
Who is that?
Always holding it down for everybody, you know, like you continue to be a pillar in the community here in Chicago and the beat scene. I mean, and even beyond, you know, you're working with Duck World, you're working with keeping connections within the beat scene with everyone all over the country and in the world. And, you know, I just appreciate our collaboration together over the years, you know?
Yeah. Duck World, you know, LA, Chicago. Flip a Beat Club is crazy. Like, these are the people that keep me enthused and involved. You know, another like Before Lasers, Backpack Beats, the homies, you know, just everybody, this constant inspiration, you know, because I would have been quit years ago.
No doubt.
Big time.
No doubt.
I want to shout out my New Mexico crew, Saboware, Surfera, Papayas con Chile. I want to shout out my kids. What's up? Rubreak, our special visitor here from Chile. Thank you for being here and supporting us and supporting this performance tonight.
For inviting me.
Yes, of course. And shout out to Just Made Media for the
Thank
time
you.
and
Thank you.
the inspiring space and
Thank
the
you.
way you all like operate and work, you know, even just knowing you for maybe an hour. You know, I can see, you know, these are things that I look out for and I really appreciate it and it's super inspiring, you know, that this can be built from love and from, you know, hard work. So
No
thank
doubt.
you.
Lastly,
Big up to the staff.
Thank
also,
you.
big ups to Etc. Media, Ramon, Radius.
Brah.
Yeah, all of that. We're doing an event tomorrow with them at
Life on Mars Community Club.
Yeah, Life on Mars.
Quick
in
story about
Logan.
that. The last time we were here in 2021 for our show, the next day, Elle was like, okay, we're going to go to this beat. We're going to go see Shady Rest, Nantita, La
And,
Colocha,
La Colocha, yeah.
go and spin at Mars. So we went to the spot, which was Life on Mars Community Club, and it was the wrong Mars Brewing.
Right.
So for me, it was like life was telling me that in 2 years you're gonna come back and you're gonna perform again in that space, even
Wow.
though it was the wrong
You know,
space.
it was one of those days, much like today, where we're just bouncing around back to back to back, a lot of things to do, and it was like,
Little tour
okay,
around
if we're
town.
gonna make it to this event, we gotta go now, and we had stopped somewhere, and then we get there, and like, you know, you
Wasn't
walk
nobody
up,
in there.
and it's like tumbleweeds and crickets, and you like start texting folks, hey, where y'all at?
Confused.
Yeah, we're at Mars Brewery
Not that one.
on Iron Street, you know, in Bridgeport. Like, oh, that Mars, not life on Mars. It's like the De La Soul skit, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker said SOBs.
So that's happening 5 to 9 tomorrow. There's going to be a open rotating beat cipher and open aux chord. Me and Uncle L are going to go. Also live performance and painting. Live performance art and painting by Zaina.
Yeah.
And then Ra is going to make some like ITAL, holistic, raw living, vegan fare. We got some like
Got a whole menu.
walnut burgers and like watermelon, like living juices,
Yeah,
a
some
whole bunch of like
juices,
delicious juice
burgers,
and like
a
raw
side.
vegan fruit pies,
Yeah.
which I love.
yeah.
I've had them
Oh,
before.
dude, his fruit joints.
Really good.
He's been snapping with the like desserts and you know, he's trying to. I think he said he was working on like something that's kind of a donut texture.
Beautiful.
He did. I
I
had
bet.
one that was like a donut hole, but it was like apples. It kind of had like a chai taste
with
to
the
it.
spice in there.
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. Amazing.
Shout out DJ Moppy and Raj Mahal. Also
Yes,
New
yes.
Mexico, Chicago, Detroit crew. Shout out to Lasso and team Jazz Deli. I'm done.
You're
All right. So, with that being said, this is our Just Made Media Artist Spotlight. Thank you all for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Is that just made?
JMM.